Hey,
Hello. Om Shivaya.
Om Shivaya. Om Shivaya.
Hi everybody, welcome to Still Playing with Toys. I'm Troy Benjamin.
I'm Jason Hardwick.
And we're here to talk to you today about
the future, Troy.
The future.
The future
Jason?
of whoa. That's an alternate reality, Jason, that you never know what he's gonna do.
You never know.
No, but the future is here. And you're probably asking, what the hell are they talking about?
The next big thing. The iPhone.
The iPhone 5, folks. It's
the iPhone 5.
huge.
Did you order yours?
I did order mine. I ordered mine the day after. Whether it was the midnight release or whatever, Friday night. I'm not going to stay up late for that.
So that means you're going to get yours sometime in 2014.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Shipping time, 1 to 2 years.
Yeah. I ordered that. Can't wait to get it. I'm currently using the iPhone 3GS.
Ooh, antiquated.
Oh, and she's a dime.
Get a load of the dinosaur over here.
What?
Get in the now,
So
Jason
I can't
Hardwick.
wait. I cannot wait.
You are going to get it. You know, I think the best thing about having the iPhone is it's like that piece of technology in your hand that has like instant access. It's like a communicator in Star Trek. I can like
exactly.
I can be like Troy to Jason, and I can get you right away. It's not like that. I wish it was. That would be. That would
be
cool.
amazing. Well, I'm gonna make a little pin where I can just just keep my iPhone there.
Yeah, exactly.
At all times.
Just put the iPhone. We'll totally look cool if we
really cool.
do that.
Yeah.
But speaking of looking cool, like the iPad and the iPhone, they're all kind of like
great
super
segue.
Cool. You like that?
That's nice.
I'm pretty good.
But really though, when you look at those things, they're the future.
Cool.
You know, when you were a kid, watching Star Trek or something, you were like, oh, I want that someday. And now we have it. It's amazing.
And the weird thing is, so I had a Newton in high school. There were a couple of us that had Newtons in high school.
Nice.
And we were nerds, man. Nobody wanted to touch us with a 10-foot pole because we had this piece of, like, what the hell is that? Oh, my contacts, like my mom and my dad are in here.
Yeah, it's weird.
But now everybody has an iPhone. They're cool.
I had an eMate back in the day. eMate. You probably don't even know what the hell that thing is, but we'll show you a picture.
Yeah,
it's it looked like a laptop mixed with the very first iMac.
Dude.
Yeah, it was like kind of translucent.
eMate.
It was monochrome screen. It was great.
He was a bigger nerd than I was.
That's true. But that felt like the future then, but it wasn't. It wasn't. This is the future. The iPhone and all this.
iPhone and the iPad are the future, and so everybody walks around with an iPad. One single iPad. In Star Trek. Like Picard had several pads all over the place because it was like this one was his ops pad and this was his history pad and whatever. But it's kind of cool that Star Trek technology exists today.
It's becoming reality.
Did you hear they're going to do a warp engine too?
What?
NASA is working on a warp. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. Don't leave now to Google it. Wait until after the episode.
Just wait.
But NASA's working on warp technology.
That's crazy.
So that the Vulcans can land.
Finally. I mean, any day now.
It'll be great. And then, we can teach them a couple of things about rock and roll and hatred.
Hatred.
Yeah, I don't.
But learning how to overcome.
Is that what First Contact is all about?
I don't know.
There's just a lot of shooting in that
one. Borgs and something, I don't know, killing.
There was, and
things.
Picard, like, no!
Engage.
That's all I remember.
The line must be drawn.
That's what he said. Anyway.
Awesome.
So Star Trek technology exists.
That's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that really is, like, the iPhone, the iPad, it's just very similar to Star Trek tech or any sci-fi tech, but like warp engine, that's like straight out of Star Trek. That's awesome. Where would you go first?
I don't. I would probably go to the planet Risa.
I'd go to New Jersey.
You can get there now.
Not that fast, though.
Not at warp speed.
There.
It's like instantaneous. But what if you had a transporter?
Well, a transporter would be I mean, let's get into that. Like, okay, so warp engines exist or will exist soon. What the hell? So what are their kind of tech from Star Trek, or I guess we could open up to any sci-fi, but Star Trek maybe, that you would like to see in the real world, that you would actually use. I mean, transporter, I think, is one that everyone, geek, non-geek, everybody would love to have. I mean, hey, I want to go to London. You can get there right now.
Oh, hey, I don't want to sit on the 405 in traffic. Transport!
That would be amazing.
Right?
It'd probably still break down. The 405 would do something.
It would do something.
It would still break down.
It would take an hour and a half to get
Just
there. Like it would
reassemble the molecules.
Moleculize you.
Bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would be bad. But
would there be traffic problems with molecules flying through the air at all times?
I think people's molecules would mix, and then so you would land, and you'd have like an awesome Tom Selleck mustache that somebody else had. That would be
sweet.
Awesome.
Let's get on the transporter.
I could actually grow a beard. Yeah, so I think transporter is the no-brainer. What else
awesome.
would you want?
Well, I mean, they've already done. I mean, not the holodeck, but they've done something very similar. At Coachella this past year, they had a 3D Tupac.
Oh, that's right.
Who was up there dancing and singing
Tupac.
with, I think it was Snoop Dogg or something, right? Wasn't it? I mean, Tupac. He's been dead since what, 95?
We are white. He's been dead since the 90s. We can say that.
Yeah,
right?
Probably mid 90s-ish. Yeah,
somebody
like
in
that.
the comment section tell us when Tupac died.
We don't know.
But you know what's funny too is like having an iPhone. It's like having that computer database that we could look up when Tupac died.
We could do that,
which we're not going to do because we don't want to bore you.
Because I have the 3GS and
yes, the 3DGS. It
doesn't work.
We only have a limited amount of time with you, and we can't
waste
for
your
that.
time. But yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time if they're creating 3D avatars of people who are dead.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before you can walk into a room and suddenly you're experiencing a book or talking to a 3D doctor somewhere across the country. And that's a good topic. The whole medical thing, doctors. Star Trek. It's like one little. Psst,
oh, dude, that would be so okay because
no matter the disease.
I have a fear of needles.
Hates them.
Hate them.
He's a big baby.
So if I had the little spray thing that they're just like
the hypo
spray. You broke your leg. Done. Everything. It's like a mist bottle. It's like every problem is solved. Yeah.
World hunger, AIDS, cancer, 2 of them.
Diabetes.
It's a serious disease. Don't fucking get me started on diabetes. It's a sensitive subject.
Sensitive subject with this
really
guy.
Sensitive subject.
Easy, buddy. Breathe.
Whoa, thank
you.
Thank you.
Breathe.
But yeah, I mean that would be that would be amazing. The whole if you could adapt some sort of Star Trek tech into the medical realm, which maybe they were. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Maybe they've already kind of done this. Yeah. But if you could do that, I mean that would be huge.
What else would you want from the Star Trek universe?
Well, there's only one thing I can think about.
Green women.
I mean, isn't it about time? Where are they?
We have people that go out and tan to the point that they're orange or dark, whatever that color is that's not natural. Why not just go green?
Put some like sort of food dye in the spray.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the mist tan, the mystical tan, or whatever the hell it is.
You can go to Mystic Tan and get yourself a green Malibu green.
Troy.
Yeah.
It's all green on the inside.
Oh, God, I had a feeling you were going to go there.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I just heard it somewhere.
I don't know what that means. Hey, what's on my next card?
I don't get it.
Replicator.
Oh, Replicator. That would be... I hate going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to go to the grocery store and I could be like, I want mac and cheese, because that's really the extent of, cooking.
You could say, Kraft, mac and cheese, hot. And it would just be like...
Or if you want Velveeta shells and cheese, you can do both.
Velveeta shells with cheese, hot.
What would that do to, say, like the Food Network, though?
Food Network would cease to exist.
It would completely... I mean, literally...
Well, Learning Channel has ceased to exist as well. It's just a bunch of, like, crappy reality shows that have white trash and hoarders and stuff on them. So maybe Food Network would go the same way. It would just be crappy...
It'd just be people eating food.
People eating food.
That's all it is. Just eating replicator food.
Yeah.
But that would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Just like you get home from work, you don't want to cook, but you still want to eat healthy.
But yeah, exactly. It's
salad, fresh molecules,
hot,
send upon plate, hot,
salad, fresh,
tea, Earl Grey, hot.
I don't know. I want everything in the replicator to be hot. I just want to end it with it's that Picard punctuation. I would have like tea, Earl Grey, hot.
I could die happy. I could die happy, man. That worked. If I could order a tea, Earl Grey, hot, out of a replicator. If I live to see that day, then my life will be complete. There's no reason to keep living after that.
I want to be. I mean,
take your time on inventing it. Then,
as good of a friend as you are,
yes,
I'd rather have a friend that's Data.
Data. I mean,
no offense to you, buddy, but like having Data there to be like my Wikipedia.
It's Wikipedia following you around everywhere.
Yeah, he's more accurate than Wikipedia too.
Way more accurate.
Obviously.
He knows everything. Hey, Data, I need to balance my checkbook. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, Data, what's the best way to get to here or there? Hey, Data, how
do I make a Manhattan?
There you go.
You know, awesome. Because he's a bartender. I don't know if you've seen that episode.
It's a great episode.
Episode
423.
But you would have Data with you. He could be like your Wikipedia. I mean, we have Wikipedia on our phones, like I was talking about, which would tell us when Tupac died, which neither one of us knows. But we could either look on our iPhone now. Well, not you because yours takes forever. But I could now, and when you get your.
Or we just ask Data.
Or we could just ask Data, and Data would be like.
Data. Oh,
Data doesn't exist. That's what the point of this is that he doesn't exist.
I was really hoping it was like going to be a surprise, Jason. I got you an early birthday present.
This isn't Oprah. You're getting a Data, and you're getting a Data. Everybody's getting a Data. Everybody's
so giving.
She loves to give out things like Datas.
Kind heart, that one. You know, Troy, I gotta say, to wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
If I had to choose one more thing that would maybe be at the top of my list of Star Trek tech.
Better make this a good one.
The captain's chair.
It's a chair, Jason.
It's a chair.
It's just a chair.
But how much cooler would that be to watch TV from the captain's chair? I mean, and then you get like the little color things, the little buttons you push. You don't know what the hell they do, but it's fun. It's fun. Look at that guy. Yeah. How much cooler is that?
That's a lot cooler.
Captain's chair.
I kind of look more like Jabba the Hutt when I watch TV. It's like...
It's true.
Just grab really a frog and put it into my face. And
it's terrible. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Still Playing with Toys Live.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next Monday and every Monday on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher.
In perpetuity.
All over the place in perpetuity.
The rest of our lives.
So until next time, I'm Troy.
Jason.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
No, Troy, put it down. No, Troy. Troy, no, somebody help.